What's up, ladies and gents, Ghost here, back with a little update video, and there's a couple of things that I wanted to actually have a chat to you guys about. The first one being what can you expect from this channel in the coming future, content-wise, including the run up to Battlefield 4 and then once Battlefield 4 is released. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is actually StarCraft 2, the content, and I just wanted to get a little bit of feedback from you guys. So the first thing is that Battlefield 4 is of course coming out very soon. There's only a few weeks left of Battlefield 3 really, and the game, I suppose, is kind of, coming to the end of its lifespan. I mean, of course there will be people who go on playing Battlefield 3, people who just haven't gotten around to buying BF4 yet and they're still playing BF3 or whatever, but I myself, and I know most other people, are going to be moving over to the new game, and I certainly can't wait for that. But at the same time, I am kind of a little bit sad and sort of nostalgic about Battlefield 3, because, I mean, that's the game that I've been making content for almost the past year now on YouTube. So you may have noticed that I haven't really had any gun guides or sort of tips videos and that kind of thing, the kind of thing I started off doing on YouTube. I haven't had many of those recently, and really the reason for that is that Battlefield 3 is coming to an end, and I don't really see the point or productivity behind making, like, say, a gun guide video, which takes a lot of time. There's a lot of research that goes into the statistics, a lot of time that goes into actually using the weapon and just making sure that I'm proficient with it and I know what I'm actually talking about and all that kind of stuff. So I don't really want to create a gun guide for a weapon that's not even going to be in Battlefield 4, and it's essentially just going to be obsolete. I am, however, thinking about making a few for some of the guns, like maybe the Scar H, something like that, that is going to be in Battlefield 4 as well as Battlefield 3, because then it kind of might be a little bit fun to compare them. But once Battlefield 4 is out, all of those series are going to be continuing, so Gun Guide is going to be coming back, and I cannot wait to do that with all the new weapons, and even all the sort of new old weapons, at least the weapons that are coming again from Battlefield 3. I'm going to be going over the maps. I'm going to be coming with loads of tips, whether you're a new player or you're sort of a Battlefield veteran. Hopefully some of these tips can help you out. I'm going to be doing a thing called spots, which is sort of where I go around the map and sort of analyze any little strategical tactical areas you can take advantage of. I'm also thinking of redoing the jet tutorials. They were actually some of the first ever videos that I put out, and they're pretty out of date now. I mean, since they were some of my first videos, they were pretty bad, and the quality wasn't that great, and I probably didn't get all the information into them that I should have done. And of course, even though jets so far look kind of similar in Battlefield 4 to the way they are in BF3, there probably are going to be some changes that need to be sort of covered there. Now, as for Charlie Squad, I think that episode is going to be continuing the way it has been. We haven't really been a group of players who have been able to sort of get together on a weekly basis and get an episode out every week. It's just sort of a case of when we're all online, then we'll get together for like an entire evening and just play the crap out of Battlefield, and then we'll sort of take all of the best footage and use that in an episode. So it may be that, we play one week and then we play the next week, or it may be that it sort of goes a month without us playing. Some of the other guys in the squad aren't quite as serious about YouTube as I am, so it's kind of difficult to get us all together. So basically those episodes are going to be a little bit sporadic, but I think they're all thinking, or not thinking, they are all going to buy Battlefield 4, and if they're not, then I'm going to give them a bloody clip round the ear hole, give them a slap on the head and say why the hell not. But I'm sure they all will be, and will all be playing once the new game is released as well, so you can expect to see more episodes of Charlie Squad. So as you can see, I have quite a lot of content planned for Battlefield 4. Everything that I was doing in Battlefield 3, I'm going to be sort of migrating over to Battlefield 4, as well as bringing in some new series, and I'm really excited for this game. When I started making YouTube content for Battlefield 3, I had been playing the game for quite a long time, but sort of on and off. I wasn't that serious about it. But when I seriously got into playing the game, and alongside that started to make YouTube videos, it was about a year ago, so it was pretty late in the game's life cycle, and I sort of had a lot of catching up to do. But now this is going to be a brand new game, so I'm going to be able to get right in there from the get-go with the rest of the guys. And this channel has really always been about self-improvement for me. I think the reason I have such a big interest in games like Battlefield and StarCraft is because there is just such a huge learning curve. It's just like an ocean, the depth of these games. You can learn so many different things. I mean, you take Battlefield, you've got tanks and jets and all the weapons and the infantry play and all the maps, all these little strategic places on the maps, different game modes and everything. There's just so many things, you know, all the different classes, for example. It's such a deep game, and it rewards you for becoming more experienced in it. You know, somebody who's never played Battlefield is never gonna just jump in the game and kick your ass if you're like a veteran of the game. I always like to make the comparison to sort of Street Fighter or Tekken or something like that. I always feel like on beat 'em up games, even though I've put in loads of hours into a game, somebody who's never played the game before can just sort of jump on the controller, button mash, and somehow just like fluke an easy win. But in games like Battlefield and StarCraft, if somebody who's completely inexperienced comes on, there is just no way in hell that they are going to beat you. And so I have this huge interest in sort of becoming better at these games, and I try and put out tutorials and tips to help you guys get better as well. And in doing so, I have to sort of analyze my own gameplay and go deep into statistics and that sort of thing. And in turn, that then helps me get better as well. So that's always what this YouTube channel has been about. That's sort of been the core of things, and going into Battlefield 4, it will continue to be so. But yeah, leading up to Battlefield 4, you can expect to see plenty of news from me. I'm sure you guys can't wait to hear any new little tidbits of information about the game as much as I can. So plenty of news, just some sort of Battlefield 3 stuff mixed in there. Like I say, I may do a few more gun guides before Battlefield 3 sort of comes to an end. But at the end of the day, we've only really got the rest of September left. And then beta starts in October, which is probably going to last 1.5 to 2 weeks. And then you're talking 2 weeks without Battlefield, and then the game's going to be out. So not really all that long left at all. Right, so I've been blathering about Battlefield for far too long now, and I told myself at the beginning of this video that it wouldn't be any longer than like 5 minutes, and it's already about 10 minutes, and I've only covered one of the 2 points that I was going to do. So here we go with the second one. I wanted to talk a little bit about StarCraft 2 and get some feedback from you guys, because I notice from my end of things that obviously my StarCraft 2 content is a lot less popular than my Battlefield 3 stuff, and I'm almost 100% certain that the vast majority of my subscriber base watch my videos for Battlefield 3. And I notice whenever I upload something for sort of StarCraft 2 related stuff, it gets a very low amount of views, likes, sort of comments, and just activity around the video. And I want to ask you guys, does this bother you? I mean, are you sort of subscribing to me for Battlefield 3, and whenever something StarCrafty comes up, are you just like, oh god, StarCraft 2, that's annoying, I don't want to watch that crap? Or does it interest you as well? You know, do you enjoy that? Because I have thought about maybe splitting the StarCraft content onto another channel, because I can sort of understand, you know, the original plan was that I love both of these games, so I thought maybe I can sort of bring people who like Battlefield onto my channel, and they can find out about StarCraft from my channel and maybe get to like it, and vice versa with people who play StarCraft. They'll come on my channel, and then they'll get to find out what a great universe and what a great game the Battlefield series is. But on the other hand, it may just have the effect that people are like, well, I subscribe to you for Battlefield, I don't really want to see anything else but that. So let me know in the comment section down below, guys. I would really like to get your opinions on this matter. Do you like my StarCraft content? I mean, would you like to see it continue on this channel? Or is it just getting in your way? Would you rather I sort of migrate it off over to another channel? Or just get rid of it completely? Because I'm going to be honest, whilst this is my channel, of course, and I put up whatever content I want to put up, I do spend about half of my time creating StarCraft 2 content. And I do have limited time, you know. I try and get a video out sort of every other day, but I have 2 kids. I have a job, I mean, I have a girlfriend, and I have limited time to make videos. I don't do this as a career or anything, so that time is very precious to me, and I'm currently spending half of it putting StarCraft 2 content out there. And if what you guys want to see is more Battlefield, especially going on into Battlefield 4, then I would rather sort of dedicate more of my time to Battlefield 4 and get more Battlefield 4 content out there for you guys, rather than me concentrating on the StarCraft 2 stuff, and maybe just sort of dumb that down a bit. I'll probably have the odd video now and again, or like I said before, just migrate all of that content over to a separate channel, although that may be sort of spreading myself a little bit thin there. Anyway, definitely post down below, let me know any of your thoughts on any of the topics that I've covered in this video, and yeah, just let me know how you're feeling about the channel, guys, whether you enjoy it or not, what you think I could change. if you have something in mind, I'm all ears all the time. I really appreciate feedback and constructive criticism. Unconstructive criticism, however, not really so appreciative of. People just saying like, hey man, you're a dick, whatever, I don't give a shit, right? But yeah, if you're not an asshole, then let your thoughts be heard down below. And if you sat through this entire video, which has gone on for far too long, then you're a goddamn hero, man. And I love you. Anywho guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.